share on Facebook or the other media sites. This one's just hold on. This one I'm just going to do because I know it's not even noon. I know a lot of them do them earlier. Uh, I'm trying to. There we go. Um, I know a lot of people don't like to. Usually when I do them, they're in a different part of the room. But since I got more room out here and better lighting, uh, like I said, you can see my door, which is I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Uh, this one I just wanted to do just to kind of go over what we do. We in July, well, me and my middle daughter decided to do a podcast. Well, I kind of explained to her when you get on here, you got to watch what you say. You know what not to talk about, what you can talk about, and different stuff like that. Well, we did them on Facebook, which Facebook they give you, they give you options. You're pretty well can talk about whatever you want. Well, one thing I don't like talking about is politics, religion, and like different. Some subjects are really touchy, some are not. Um, but like I said, this one's not going to be a very long one. Just to, trying to explain to everybody who watches this can understand what we do. Uh, we talk about wrestling and stuff like that. As you can see, I got a wrestling shirt on for a local promotion that's based in Bridgeport, Ohio, but does them in West Virginia. Uh, they they do shows every other month. Well, with the pandemic going on, it's kind of hard to do anything. But with them, lifting some of the restrictions, which is good to do. I've been doing wrestling since 2000. I started in March. I think it was like uh, February and March. When I first started, I was just putting out flyers, you know, uh, tickets, and stuff like that. And then I ended up going to it, watch another promotion that it was in where I'm from, and that's how I mainly got into it more. Is because a friend of mine, God rest his soul, uh, I helped him do advertising. Uh, I helped sell tickets. Uh, help get stuff, the normal stuff that you're supposed to do to get done. But he quit in 2009. No, I think it was like 2008. Because he had some real shady people that was also backstage, were undermining his decisions on what to do, and so I started helping him out, and then, like I said, he quit in 2008. I took a couple months off, and then you know, then started it up, and I think it was in October 2009. Uh, did about two shows. Um, didn't like the people I was working with, and then I started up another one. I did it for about 6 years. So for about 21, yes, it's been about 21 years. If you're not a wrestling fan, I like a lot of people who don't like wrestling, which that's all understandable. A lot of people, some people like wrestling, some people don't. Some people like UFC, some people don't. But yeah, I mean, it was fun to a point, and I mean, today I don't do as much as I'm not as much as hands on. I just kind of help out, like, with the getting it set up. Uh, I there's a lot of people, like they have like 4 titles. They have a heavyweight title, United States title, which I don't. I think my thing about in, independent companies doing a U.S. title, which I think it's just copying, from um, the NWA, the WCW when it was running, and the WWE. I figured, but that's just me. And then they have a women's title, and then they have their tag titles. Uh, I brought a couple women in, probably about 15 of them. Um, I everybody thinks, oh, it's so hard to do it. Okay, if you want to start a wrestling business, one thing you need to do is have the money. You have to have a ring. You got to have a business license. The whole 9 yards. Anybody that can get a ring has a ring said they can be a wrestling promoter. It's not as easy as you think because you got to have insurance. You're liable for places that you're using. If you have your own building, you're fine, but you still have insurance purposes that you got to deal with. And then renting buildings. I mean, a lot of people say, well, they spend this uh, much amount on the wrestlers, okay, but then you have to pay for buildings. Some are three, some are 300 and up. Uh, you got that. Was just the one thing that you're what you're paying for is what you're taking out of your pocket and put to get a building. Okay, you're renting that building and to do one. Okay, um, you want to make sure you have people who know how to wrestle, people who are safe doing it. Um, any way to make it work and to be like an established wrestling company. Oh, the people call it company. I call them promotions. A company is something like WWE, AEW, uh, Impact, Ring of Honor, that MLW, stuff like that. They're companies. Okay, when you're like an indie, look at that indie promotion. It's called a promotion. It's not a company. I don't care what anybody says. You know, anybody can have. Okay, so, camera wasn't working, but I mean, you just gotta, it's like a promotion. You just, it's like if you go out and start it's like something like a small business, but you know, I've I've met a lot of old wrestlers. Well, no, I won't call them old. Back in like the 80s and 90s and stuff like that, that still wrestle today. Uh, I mean, it's fun to do. Um, to a point, I mean, a lot of times it can be stressful because you got to, you're trying to deal with people, and then you always have one. There's always one bad apple in the bunch, and that's in anything that you do. I mean, but it's something new that try to like I said, I had a friend. Well, what ended up being my future brother-in-law, well, ex-brother-in-law, God rest his soul. He got me into helping him, advertise and stuff like that. I mean, for people to know what you're doing, you have to advertise. I don't care if you put it in the paper. I mean, radio, TV. A lot of people don't have social media. I mean, because their age limit for like wrestling is from 18, like I think like 45. I say 18 to like 60, but a lot of people don't have social media. But that's why I always tell everybody if you're gonna do some kind of entertainment, you want like if you're in a band, you're gonna want to put up, you want to advertise, so people know what you're doing. But that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. The second thing, when you get, like I said, there's like a couple topics here and there, but that's the one thing about wrestling. Um, but I don't, like I said, I don't regret doing it. I mean, there was times I didn't like to do it, but then, after so long, you just, you kind of like, I mean, I can stop now, and people still know who I am. I'm not even a wrestler. I wouldn't even attempt to try to do that because I ended up hurt myself. But that's one of the topics I wanted to talk about. And the second thing I wanted to talk about that I noticed here lately, and I'm not about on the news, and you know, my thing about the news, you got to. There's only so much you can believe, and with I'm giving out the stimulus checks, which I think it's good. I mean, how he did it is basically to help everybody, but there's always there's someone's going to complain about it, you know, because like I said, a lot of people didn't like Joe Biden, but his name's on there. Like, well, I'm not going to take his check because it's him. Well, people didn't like Trump, but they took the check. Well, some like maybe a handful of people didn't, but the paper checks say they stripped them up. But you know, you got to give everybody a chance. Maybe this will help. But the thing is, with people that do this, is they get they get the money. It was for help you pay your bills, help you pay your rent. Help you get stuff for your kids, stuff for yourself in case you need like medication. You have to take medication or something. The necessities that you need. Not to go. I see this a lot. Um, Even during income tax season, people are complaining all year they don't have no money. Well, once they get that money, get direct deposit into their account, they're going out to the WalMarts, um, Targets, Best Buy, just to name a few, buying stuff they don't need. Okay, or then you got the ones who gambled their way. A lot of people that get it, don't use it for the stuff that they need, and that's why what irritates me. I mean, they you have people who try to help you, and you end, you end up they end up you help them, then you end up helping them, and then they end up wasting it, and then they're back at square one. This last year was horrible for everybody, no matter where you lived at, what state you lived at, what county, what little town or countryside you lived at. It was hard for everybody. But the only way that this is going to go away, okay, I have a lot of friends that don't believe in uh, COVID shot. You know, it's not. They always think it's a scam. People are saying, "Oh, they're going to put chips in they can track everybody." Well, I'm going to call BS on that. Okay, they're trying to save people's lives. Okay, they're worried about saying if you get the shot, they can track you. Okay, well, they can track you on your laptop, on your cell phone, your GPS, your car. It's just like too many people have too many conspiracy theories. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't want to wear a mask the rest of my life. I mean, I'm going to get the shot here soon because I don't have the greatest health. I got diabetes, which is it's a train wreck, and I got 3 kids and a lot of great nephews and a great niece. I got older family members. I don't want to get say, oh, I'm not going to get the shot. Then I get it and then give it to them, and then something happens to them. I mean, common sense. I mean, there's a reason I keep hitting this microphone stand. If the microphone stands right on because I hit it, people got to understand something. The shot is there to help. Okay, you know, get the shot. I'm always getting on people about wearing a mask. I mean, I don't like wearing it. I mean, because as you can see, I got a bunch of facial hair and it kind of smushes it together, and then I look like I got a big old hairball coming out of the mask. But like the thing is, you just want to be smart and you know do what you're supposed to. Like I said, I got friends that are Republicans. I got friends that are Democrats. I got friends that are independent. they're all like, "Oh, I don't know about this shot." I don't think this country's going to kill off millions of people. I mean, they'd be stupid. They kill everybody off. What the hell? They're, you know, people are just, they get reading the news sources and stuff like that, and believe all the nonsense that they read. Like I said, I got a couple friends who do that are on TV. Do news. I got a lot of friends who do the radio. You know, I'm not saying all news sources are bad, but if you're going to put something on the news, excuse me, look at your facts first. I mean, make sure that what you're going to report is actually true, not just something that someone's sitting in your earphone telling you to say. And them sites that are on conspiracy theories, if people get into watching that, I feel bad for them because I noticed here lately because I've been reading up on stuff. A lot of people are brainwashed, or they're uneducated, or they just don't have common sense. Okay, I mean where I live at, it's not, in the state I live at, it's not the greatest state. I mean it's real bad on like they have a real bad opium problem. I usually don't like to tell people where I'm from, but if, a lot of people can tell by my accent because I got the country accent because I live in West Virginia, not by choice. I just was where I was born at. But I see the people around here. They don't wear masks. They think they think it's a joke. Now they're fighting with. Now they're all mad at. Now all these people that voted for the man that runs the state are now mad at him because he wants to jack the taxes up on everything. And tobacco use, skull, which is snuff to most people. Um, they're like them vape pens. They're on that. They're like they look like little snuff containers, but they have nicotine pouches in there. Anything that has to do with tobacco, they're going to jack the price up on. They're going to do it on alcohol, like and vape products, like clothes, which in my opinion, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people say it might be a good thing, but the good thing, what they are, the man on, I'm not going to announce his name because I don't want, like I said, I'm on YouTube and I don't want to get in trouble for it, mention anybody. But there's a lot of stuff in this state that needs to be repaired, and one of it is the economy. And well, the biggest thing is trying to get people to put a damn mask on their face. Which I know you're not allowed to cuss on her, and I try not to because there's times that I just I'll get worked up and then I I'll start cussing like a trucker, which I realize I don't have to come on here to start swearing to make a point. But that, I mean, just put a mask on. I mean, you don't have, and the ones who wear them around are 10. What's the point of even having it on? I mean, it's not a chin warmer, or they'll have them around their neck or hanging off one off their ear or the other ear. It's just I don't see this going away anytime soon. Probably for like another year or two. But the way people are acting with not want to wear a mask, it's going to be around for a good maybe a couple years. But like I said, if people get which was uh, was thinking to myself, I might just keep wearing it because you never know. Like the flu season around here, it didn't. They use it around the season. It spikes because everybody gets the flu. Well, it wasn't as bad because a lot the smart people wore their mask so they didn't get the flu. But like I said, the COVID situation is just going to be it's going to take a while to for it to be under control. And like I said, I don't like to talk about politics, but everybody said give the last president a chance. Well, some people think he did good, some people didn't. Okay, well, he didn't get reelected; they reelected someone else. Give him a chance. If he doesn't do good, vote someone else in. It's just it's like an all bunch of drama. Going out and rioting, I mean, if you're gonna do peaceful protests, that's fine. Go out and do peaceful protests. And for anybody that has watches TV or even listens to the news, you know why everybody protested. Which was sad that what happened to the person. He didn't deserve to get treated like that. People went out peacefully, wanted to protest or do a peaceful protest about what happened. And like I said, I I'm all for it. But you get them other ones that want to go out and they want to break windows, burn cars, overturn cars. You know, Lou, that's not protesting. That's just being ignorant. You know, and like I said, 2020 was just like a humongous train wreck. I mean, this everything was going. If you know there's something going on, you want to make sure that you. It's like there's something that's going on. You want to, watch what, go out and have a good time. Okay, it just it just amazed me how that just went into a massive free for all. But they say everybody say, well, 2021 will get be better. First 6 days of 2021, well, the capital situation, which people, one officer got died, one lady for some foolish reason decided, okay, you're going into the most secure building in the world. How they got in there, no one knows. I wasn't there, so I can't speculate on what happened. I just know whoever that woman, she was brainwashed into believing foolishness and pay for it for life. It's sad that it happened to her. Even if she was a Republican, it doesn't matter if she was a Republican, a Democrat, or independent. For some foolish cause, she got, her life got took. It's just sad how people react nowadays. You can't walk down the street anymore. I'm almost 47 years old. When I was younger, you was able to walk down the street, not a care in the world. People never bothered you. I was probably like 12, 13. I used to, go to walk to the park, go hang out with friends. You can't do that no more because now they got, if your kid goes out, you don't know if they're going to come back because people, ignorant people and with the trafficking thing. But our society needs to step back and take a look in the mirror and realize what they're doing wrong. Okay. Now, like with the sports, I don't think opening NFL could have took a season off for to make sure everything was cleared up. Now, like the WWE, my thing is when you enter, if you're a sports entertainer, that's what they call them now. They don't call them professional wrestlers; they call them sports entertainer. You have a big arena of people paying to see you. Okay, that's where they make their money. They were doing it in empty arenas. These new screens they have. I mean, they lost. You can imagine how much money they lost. You know, and then doing baseball games with no one there. Uh, the NHL season, no one in the stadium. Baseball, they had uh, cardboard cutouts of people, which I don't see the point of that. That's just my opinion. And then the NBA, they did their bubble thing. I think maybe like two people got the virus, but they said, it wasn't like a mass spread. And it just, so now with spring coming up, there's spring training. Uh, right now, there's like the minor leagues of hockey. There's like the AHL. I don't know if it's the IHL still around. There's other like ECHL. They're all doing games. They don't, I think they're only letting so many people in. But I'm like, lose all this money. Well, I can understand. No one. I don't expect everybody to just sit with their arms crossed. and twiddling their thumbs trying to figure out what they're gonna do. There's a way to do stuff if you do it the right way, you know? The key word is sanitation. I mean, stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands, wear a mask. Some people wear gloves. There's a lady I know that she bathes in a sanit solution. I mean, she's from head to toe. And I told her, I said, "You might wanna be careful, it's gonna dry your skin." Well, it dried out her skin, now she's not as hell-bent on dumping it on her. Like I said, I usually do these, it's usually, like, in the evening, but I figured I'd just do one now. If people wanna get on my, our podcast, which trying to pick a name with the teenager, because she's the one that wanted to do it, and I've always wanted to. Well, I did it, just the podcasting, I would interview people. But a real good friend of mine did it, and she thought, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So she wanted to do it to get all this stuff, and, ours it's called Over the Top Podcast. And she said, "Why did you pick it?" I said, "I coulda," we went through a lot of names, I said, "Later down the road, if they wanna change it, because if you get on a certain topic, I like to, change topics, discuss, one or analyze one, then analyze the other one, and do them in sections. There's a lot of people do that, but, when we did this, I kept telling her, it takes a while to build up a fan base. There's times that we've had 120 people on there. Sometimes we've had 28 people. Most we had 122. This is on Facebook. So I told her, well, let's do it on YouTube because, people are always on YouTube. YouTube's like biggest thing. I mean, because you can watch videos, movies, old sport games that you probably forgot about. And my thing, you don't. A lot of people come on. You don't need to cuss if you're on YouTube, okay? Because no one wants to come. Oh, I want to click on this and see what this person talk about, and have them dropping the f bombs and all this in it. If you have just we'll just call it swear to do a podcast, then I don't know. I don't see the point in doing it. Like I said, I like doing these. It gives me something to do. It's fun. But like I said, I'm not going to be. I don't want to stay on her too long. I just want to get on and explain. And I usually have a little timer, but if you say I got about like another minute and a half. The timer's real small. I got to figure out how to make the camera timer larger. But yeah, we're probably going to be on her a half hour. But yeah, if you see me leaning up like that, it's because trying to see what the time is. Because sometimes I'll go on for like hour or an hour and a half to two. One time I was on her for 3 hours, and I mean I had people watching, but after 3 hours, sitting in the same spot, you get up and then you get after feet because you sat there so long, your feet don't want to work. But yeah, like I said, um, when we start doing this, we can share. We're going to share them, on put them on the. I got 2 Facebook pages. I don't know why I had got another one, but I should just kept one. But a lot of people, I have a friend that has like 5 of them. But we usually share them on there so the people that are on Facebook they can click on and watch. But like I said, this is just something new that we're going to do. And like I said, I know it's early. It's probably about noon. Uh, I usually do like I said, if I usually do them on because I had to work around my work schedule. Excuse me. And like I said, I'm off, so I usually do them like when my kids are in school and no one's here. They're not going to have peace and quiet. I don't have someone running back and forth, yelling and carrying on and banging around. Uh, so I like to do them around this time. And like I said, anybody could come in and watch. I mean, if you like, if you like some what we do, if you if you subscribe, like there's like a notification thing. and then a little bell thing. I always see them talk about them on videos. Uh, w- we're gonna. I want to start having people on. We did two on Facebook. One was real nice lady that did photography. My daughter wanted to interview her. Then I interviewed a friend of mine that does artwork. I mean, he does fabulous work, which if I can get him on there, I mean, he is a hell of a good artist. I mean, he does real good artwork. He helps. We have a same friend that he helps out with. I mean, he does this phenomenal work. Uh, there's like two people that I opportunity to get on. They were like independent wrestlers, but I don't know if their work schedule or just that they didn't seem that they didn't want to do it, which was fine. But I'm gonna try to have more people come and just talk about just like anything. And I always tell them before like we get on, that we don't want it. Politics, religion, and like certain. Well, mainly them too. And like my one friend said, and money. He said people don't want to hear about this person having money and they don't have any, which I can understand that. But we try to we try to weed the topics away, weed away from the topics that we know like it could be a problem. But like I said, I'm doing this one now by myself. Later on tonight, we're gonna do another one. I usually do one in the morning and one at night. Try to get out and try to do more. I don't want to like do like 10 a day and then you know I figure two a day, one or two a day would be fine. Or like tomorrow, I'll do one. It'll probably be later in the afternoon. Um, but other than that, like I said, this is just something we wanted to try to do, see if it works. Um, but other than that, it's just I've always wanted to do stuff like this. If it works out, it works out. I mean, if I only get like a handful of people watch, maybe they'll show someone people can come by or surfing YouTube and see the video. It's like, I'll watch this. If you like it, you can push the like button or just, that little bell. I mean, like I said, I'll be doing two of these on YouTube, and we try to talk about we talk about different topics. But um, like I said, I know it's early. I just wanted to come on and to see, to let people know what we're doing, see how if it was going to work out. I tried to do it, but then I was real bad. So uh, until tonight, like I said, it'll probably be about like 7 o'clock. I try to. I only try to do like a half hour, unless we have like someone on. Then I do a little bit longer, but we'll be back on here later tonight. It might be me. It will be It'll be me. It might be like my middle daughter because she's in the broadcasting. Um, but like I said, it'll be later tonight. And for anybody who watches, I really appreciate it that you took the time on a Wednesday afternoon to listen to me talk about stuff. You know, but like I said, if there's any certain thing that you like to hear about, like I said, let me know. Leave me a comment, and then and we can do that. But till later tonight, just like I said, I do two of these a day, so like I try to do to get more people see it, and more people want to watch. But till tonight, probably best 7. If you see me pop back on here, and it'll be on. I kind of started one of my pages so people can watch. But till later tonight or tomorrow, if you're busy, watch. Like I said, going to try to do two of these a day or one a day. It all just like I said depends how my work schedule goes. But till tonight, and I'll talk to everybody later, and everybody have a good Wednesday.